Hi everybody, this is Karina Sky again here at Rocking the Pregnancy and now Rocking the Baby, literally. And I'm here to share with you my top 5 advices for having an orgasmic, natural childbirth at a hospital setting or at any setting, anywhere you want to have an orgasmic, natural childbirth. So what is the difference between an orgasmic birth than just a natural childbirth? Well, you need to have your partner with you because that's the premise. The premise of the orgasmic childbirth is that you are in the same frame of mind that you were when you were conceiving the baby. So that's a requirement. Your partner has to be right there with you, and you guys have to be together in the same frame of mind and like enjoying each other's and supporting each other and just having that connection. So number one requirement is to have your partner. But first things first, if you want to know more about orgasmic childbirth, look at my other videos. I just did one about how my birth was, and I did one before too about my goal of having an orgasmic childbirth, and I explain it all about it. But doesn't mean that you're going to have an orgasm, but like I said, it's just getting yourself in the same frame of mind, the same setting, and the same focus that you were when you were conceiving the baby, so you can be as relaxed, as focused, and as private and as present as you were when you were conceiving the baby. And it would be an ecstatic experience more than just a tense and scary and painful experience. So the goal of having an orgasmic childbirth is to focus on that outcome of ecstasy, that outcome of beauty and the great feelings that surround. You might not have an orgasm per se. Some people do have, but you might not have an orgasm. I didn't have an orgasm per se, but I did have an ecstatic experience. I had a beautiful, peaceful, and amazing feel-good experience. So tip number one is to prepare physically. So that means exercise. And that doesn't mean only the week before. No, you have to be physically strong to be able to have a natural birth. That requires, it's like you're going to run a marathon, you got to prepare yourself to run a marathon. So I advise you to take yoga, but you can do whatever you want. But yoga classes are great because it helps you to stretch, open up your hips, and it also helps you to strengthen your legs, strengthen your back, strengthen your glutes. This is what mostly you will need. The strength in your legs, the hip openers, you need to have that stretch, because if you're going to do a natural childbirth, if you're aiming for that, you might have to be putting yourself in weird positions, moving, walking, squatting, and doing all these different positions with your body, and you got to be able to do it for a long period of time. If you're not conditioned, if you're not don't have the stamina enough to do it, you won't be able. You'll get tired, and you will need to lay down. You will need to rest. You will need to probably get an epidural, because that will help you to rest. If you are too winded and you don't have the strength to push, then you will need help and intervention. So that's number one, to be physically prepared for this process that you are going to go through. And that requires like months and months of preparation. I did yoga every single day. I do it every single day already, but throughout my 9-month pregnancy, it was every single day. And I advise you don't have to do it every single day, but 2 times per week, 3 times per week, go for walks and do your own exercise. Do a little bit of squatting. You don't have to do extraneous exercises. You don't have to go into headstands, but just physically prepare yourself for this challenge that you're going to go through. Number two is to be mentally prepared. Oh yes, you need to be mentally prepared. You need to research things. They're not only talking about knowing what to expect and just be prepared to know about childbirth. You know the things that entitle, you know what an epidural is, you know what all the interventions, you know what it is to be induced, what entitles. Just take childbirth classes, but not only that, be mentally prepared to be able to focus, and that includes meditation, to be able to be focused. You're not going to have an orgasmic childbirth if you cannot focus. That's a good question. Like, you're not going to have any orgasm if you cannot focus. Women especially, if you want to have an orgasm, you got to be able to be present at that moment. You got to focus. You got to be able to be right there in tune with your partner and with your body. If you don't have that ability, if your mind is racing, if there are questions in your mind, if there's worries in your mind, if there is that internal conversation back and forward, if you are paying attention on things that are going outside and you're not being able to be within your body and focus on what the body is doing, you are not going to have an orgasmic birth. You are not going to have even a normal orgasm. So prepare yourself mentally, and that is through meditation. There's nothing else you can do but meditation. Why? When you meditate, you learn how to observe your thoughts. You learn how to not focus on your thoughts. You learn how to just see them coming, let them go, and bring your mind back to the present moment. You need to have a good instructor of meditation to tell you this. If you don't know, look at my videos. I always talk about these things. But this is the number one goal, to be able to see the thoughts coming, see those questions, those worries, those stresses, those fears. Don't pay attention on them. Allow them to go away and bring the mind back to what you're doing, to the present moment, to the body, to the feelings, to the process. All right, so you need to meditate. You need to focus, learn how to train your mind to be present every day. So if you want to know more about it, make comments, ask questions, and I'll probably do a meditation video like I did many of those. Okay, let's go to tip number 3. Your partner. You gotta have your partner. How can you have well, you can have an orgasm by yourself, but if you're gonna have an orgasmic birth, it has to be included in the plan that you're gonna have your partner with you. So tip number 3 is not only to have your supportive partner with you, but also prepare your partner. So maybe take childbirth classes together. Make sure that your partner is going to be prepared for what's going on. He knows what's going on in birth. He's hopefully not going to faint. He needs to be prepared too mentally to support you. He needs to be strong enough to be there and focus enough. So maybe he can do meditation as well, so you guys both can be in the same page. That's very important. Your partner has to be in the same page as you. So a lot of talks together of how the birth is going to be, what videos together, prepare each other, be together, and tell each other what you need. You gotta tell your partner, I need you to be there for me. I need you to listen. I need you to not take anything personal. I need you to be focusing and helping me to get through it, to be supportive, especially to believe in you. You need a partner to believe in you more than anything else. Whenever you are doubting yourself, your partner is going to come and say, don't worry, you're doing amazing. I believe in you. Just keep it up. Kiss you, love you, and tell you how amazing you are. Wow, you're such a strong woman. I can't believe you're doing this. You're amazing. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. These are things that your partner will tell you that will fill your heart with strength and courage and just love. You have to have that bond. If you don't have that bond with your partner, if your partner has fear, it might not happen. You need to have your supportive partner trained to be there with you. And that requires a lot of work, meditation and taking classes, blah, blah, blah. Tip number 4 is to have an environment. Even if you are at a hospital setting, or if you are at home, try to create a little environment. Try to create a little mood. I liked to just have music. I didn't mind about the lights or nothing. My eyes were closed most of the time and I just wanted to feel my husband with me. But I had a playlist. My husband knew I wanted music. He brought my little radio. I was in labor, so I don't even remember. He turned it on. He put the music on. Whenever the playlist was running on and on and on, he changed the playlist. He went there and changed the songs. But music was part of it. I'm a musician, so I needed to have that. That helped me a lot. If you take yoga classes, you know about mantras as well. Mantras help you focus. I had a lot of mantras. Mantras were playing. Mantras is repetition, sound repetition. So yoga music has a repetitive thing. I had my own music there. I had yoga music and just playing in the background. Sometimes my mind would wander and I would listen to music and the music would bring me back. So having something, maybe have a little oil, something that is going to bring you back, something that is going to help you focus, something that is going to get you in that state of mind, whatever it is. What do you like when you are in a mood with your husband or your partner or your girlfriend or whatever it is, whoever is your partner? What do you like to set the mood? Do you like to dim lights? Do you like to have music? Do you like to have a little fragrance or something? Remember this and tell your partner to bring that and prepare. And tip number 5, and the last one of all, is to surrender. To, once you are prepared, just surrender and just be in the moment. That goes with the focus too, but surrender is a little different. It's to relax. Whenever you had your first sexual experience, it kind of hurt, didn't it? Yes, you needed to relax and surrender. You needed to trust the person that was with you in order to be having a good experience. If not, a lot of us had not a great experience the first time. It's the same thing, kind of. It's going to be a process. Your body is going through some changes. You're going to go through some unknowns. If it's your first pregnancy, if it's your second or third, there's always the unknown. There's always that, that intensity of it. So part of being able to allow that to happen is to relax, surrender, accept, and trust. So that's tip number 5. Surrender and trust. Trust the process. Trust your body. Trust that you can do this. Trust that women have been doing this for centuries. Trust that your body knows what to do, and trust that if you are surrendering and relaxing and connecting to your body, it will happen naturally, and you are there with the love of a life. You are there ready to receive the other love of your life, and this is going to be an amazing experience, an orgasmic, an unforgettable, a beautiful, relaxed and peaceful experience, welcoming this little tiny human into the world. All right? So I used to talk about these tips a lot, and I talk about it in my yoga classes, and I was able to put them in practice, and it did work. I had an amazing orgasmic birth experience. So if you want to know more about it, watch my videos before about my orgasmic birth experience. And if you want to know more about meditation, yoga, what to do, there are videos that I also shared. Yoga for first, second, and third trimester. There are meditations there. I talk about meditations. If you have any question, ask right there on the comments, and I'll comment back, and we stay in touch. And just stay in touch with me. And so you can see more about rocking the pregnancy, rocking the birth, more about yoga music and positive music, and more of yoga in life. All right, thank you so much for watching. My name is Karina Sky, and I'm thrilled to be rocking the baby right now. Namaste.